some of them have this attitude that I hate. When they address us as black people, they come as the Messiah, the Savior. They come with this attitude to say, okay, for these 30 years, we have given you the chance as black people. And what did the ANC do? What did black people do? You ran the country into the ground. So right now, it's time for you to give us back the power. They come with this attitude of the Savior. I hate this attitude very, very much. And then people who come with that kind of attitude expect to resonate with us as black people. How?
Is South Africa ready for a white president? For 30 years, white politicians have failed to resonate with black voters. Why? Because they refuse to accept a brutal truth. In a country where 80% of the population is black, you don't get to lead unless black South Africans want you to. And they don't, at least not yet. White politicians love to talk about policy, competence, and how the ANC has failed. But they forget about the reality of power, trust. And let's be honest, black South Africans don't trust white politicians. Why would they? The last time a white politician was in charge, they weren't citizens, they were subjects. And in 30 years of democracy, no white leader has done the work to change that perception. We are Europeans in Africa. That's a fact. We are also a political minority in a majority black country. That's also a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, if a white president ever wants to exist in South Africa, he would have to do what no white politician has ever done before. He will have to speak to black voters as equals, not as saviors, not as victims of reverse racism, and not as managers of a broken state, but as partners in a future where power is truly shared. And until that happens, the answer is no. South Africa is not ready for a white president, and that is not the fault of black people, it's our own.
I am a black South African, and personally, I can tell you that I am not ready for a white president. And for all the reasons that are outlined by this man right here. And I am happy because today it's one of theirs that is telling them the truth. I'm speaking about white people. Because every time when we come out and say the exact same things that this man has just said right here, we are going to be called all sorts of names. We are going to be called racist, all sorts of names. But today I am happy because it is one of theirs who is actually telling them the realities that they don't want to accept. It always surprised me how white leaders are out here wanting black people to vote for them, campaigning, advocating for their parties, expecting the black majority to vote for them. When they are there on stage, they speak to us as if they are victims of reverse racism. Whenever they are on stage, they speak to us as if we are their subjects and they are our superiors or they are our saviors. Some of them have this attitude that I hate. When they address us as black people, they come as the Messiah, the Savior. They come with this attitude to say, okay, for these 30 years, we have given you the chance as black people. And what did the ANC do? What did black people do? You ran the country into the ground. So right now, it's time for you to give us back the power. They come with this attitude of the Savior. I hate this attitude very, very much. And then people who come with that kind of attitude expect to resonate with us as black people. How? In most cases, it seems as if black people have a problem with white leaders here in South Africa. Hence, we don't want to give them the opportunity. But they fail to understand that we had given them the opportunity before and they enslaved us. So how are we to trust them right now when not even one of them has ever came out to try and at least fix the injustices of the past? What has been happening right now with the expropriation bill is showing us the same thing. The expropriation bill proved that most white people and most white leaders here in South Africa do not want to fix the injustices of the past, but they expect us to trust them. How? How is that thing going to happen? How can I give you a chance, then you enslave me, and then after you enslave me, you expect me to give you a second chance again, when you don't even show any remorse? But I'm happy because it's one of theirs who is telling them the truth, that if they ever want to even get the chance to lead this country, they will have to know how to address black people. They will have to know how to respect and resonate with black people. This whole attitude of wanting us to trust them without gaining the trust is not something that is going to happen. As long as they still have this attitude that they are showing us right now with regards of this whole expropriation bill, then they should forget about black people voting for them. And they do not realize that this whole attitude, there's something that I'm realizing that is caused by this whole attitude of theirs that they have. When this whole GNU was formed, there was a lot of black people who were starting to trust white people. I'm sure all of us have seen that, That is exactly why the GNU was implemented in the first place, because the DA received many votes from black people, Hence it led to this whole GNU formation. So even some people who didn't vote for the DA, but after the formation of the GNU, there was a lot of black people who were starting to speak good about the DA, starting to seem as if they love and understand the DA. But then, when the ANC started passing all of these bills, the Bella bills, the land expropriation bills, and then black people saw the way white people reacted with regards to all of these bills that are trying to fix the injustices of the past. The moment black people saw that actually these people do not have any intention in fixing what happened in the past, they are ignorant to that fact, but they just want us to trust them again. And then that whole thing led the very same people who are starting to love the DA and other white political parties to go back now to the ANC, or to go back where they were coming from, because they saw that these people that we were starting to trust do not actually want to fix the injustices of the past. They just want to act as if nothing happened, or we should just forgive and forget and just continue as if nothing happened. And then that whole thing led many black people to lose that very little trust that they were starting to gain in white people here in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very, very interesting situation, and this is a very, very interesting question, that is South Africa ready for a white president? And personally, my 2 cents on this is that no, it is not ready, and for all the same reasons that this man here, that white man I stitched at the beginning, is saying. For all of those reasons, and more, I can say we are not ready for a white president. I would really love to hear what most of you are going to say on the comment section down below. Whether do you think we are ready for a white president, or do you think we are not? And if you think we are ready for a white president, tell us why do you think we are ready for a white president. And if you think we are not ready for a white president for any other reason that is not highlighted by that man or by me, tell us also on the comment section down below. But if you just enjoyed this video or you learned something new, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. My name is Emmanuel, and this is Mzansi Versity, the place where we transform lives through knowledge and information. Let's meet again on another video.